sell foods that make you feel bad. God forbid you get a bag. I asked for a bag. The guy's like, are you gonna take a bag and destroy our planet? I go, I don't know. I got 93 items. What do you want me to do?
Hey, Sebastian Maniscalco. Very good, very good. Hey, so we just said 2016, Just for Laughs Comedian of the Year. Welcome to Toronto, #1.
Thank you.
You're going to be back here in January as well.
Yeah, I'm coming back in January 6th and 7th at the Sony Center, and I'm in town doing a private function, so I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Yeah, which is great. So you've had a career that brought you from Chicago to LA. Tell me about Chicago, growing up in Chicago.
Growing up in Chicago was, Midwest, Italian upbringing. I had an immigrant father and a mother who was born in the States. So I had an upbringing which was infused with a lot of old school, old world values that my father kind of instilled me in. And I kind of take that as kind of the basis of my comedy, because there's never a shortage of material coming out of my father.
Yeah, and with your dad, when you said to your dad, look, I'm going to be a comedian, what did he say?
Well, when you're Italian, the only reason you move out of the house is unless you're going to move next door or,
down the street.
Down the street or...
Besides your wife's parents.
Yeah, everybody lives on the same street.
Yeah.
So they were very supportive, being a family that is from the old country. My father was very supportive of me going out and doing stand-up comedy just as long as I was happy. He's a beautician, a hairdresser, I never had
He got good hair, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. So he was never, I was never interested in doing that, and I always wanted to be a stand-up.
Everybody says that you're discovered by Vince Vaughn, but you did some work before that as well. You were trained with Second City.
Yeah, I was at Second City, a little bit in Chicago, just kind of studying there, and then I moved out to Los Angeles in 1998. And in 2005, Vince Vaughn took me under his wing, and we went and did this Vince Vaughn Wild West comedy show, which actually premiered here at the Toronto Film Festival in 2008. So that was kind of my my break, getting me into clubs headlining.
You like talking about people, though, don't you?
Yeah, that's my deal. Observational comedy. Everybody could kind of relate to it, whether it be going to the grocery store or family is a big part of my act. My wife, being from a different kind of culture, I'm Italian Catholic, she's Spanish Jew, so there's a lot of
food there.
A lot of food. Well, on my side, on her side, not so much, but yeah, there's just a lot of material to draw from real life situations.
So now that you're watching the real life of the U.S. election, tell me a little bit about that.
I'm not really into the politics. You know, there's comedy to be made either way. I don't really touch it because. To me, it's like people come to a show, they want to like kind of detach from that, and if I talk about one either way, it kind of divides the audience. So I just stick to my father, and everybody seems to enjoy it.
I got a father like that too. My dad's name's Tony, right? Big personality.
Yeah.
We don't let him on TV because we're afraid what he's going to say. You know, coming from that background, Italians are different, but they're the same as everybody else. Family matters.
Family matters, but you know, my father grew up in a world where, you know, trust was a big thing. You know, he just bought a shredder at the house to shred his documents that, you know, you could literally put a book in this shredder. That's how big it is.
Right. What documents does he have that he needs to shred?
You know, he's got credit card bills from 1978 that he's afraid somebody's going to steal out of his garbage. So he
My dad would
shreds
rather burn them. He would burn them.
Yeah, well, he burns the shredding. That's how sick he is. So it's like the shredding ain't enough. He torches the shredding because he thinks somebody's going to piece it together in the garbage. So
why doesn't he just use the pasta maker to shred?
He should. He should have saved himself a little money. So
is your family traditional? They still do sauce and things like that?
Yeah, we're a big family. I mean, as far as sitting around the table, Sunday supper, and having food, and the Italian community is very communal like that, and I think that's why a lot of people kind of gravitate towards my comedy, especially out here in Toronto, which is such a high population of Italian people, that they just like to kind of reminisce and the way it was growing up, and that's kind of where my comedy is best suited.
And there's good, and you came here because there's good food too.
excellent food here in Toronto. Yeah.
So once again, the show is going to be at the Sony Center. It's going to be in January. For more information, you can go to our website, or you can go to sebastianlive.com. I also want to mention that you do have a podcast as well.
Yeah, Pete and Sebastian Show. You can check that out on iTunes and Stitcher and SoundCloud. It's me and Pete.
Awesome. Thanks for coming this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, we got still lots more to come right after breakfast. Right after the break, that is. I want the show to end already this morning. It's just too early.
Come on, suck it up. What the hell happened out there?
They look at you like, yeah.
Right now, I'm a little confused.
Now you're the
I'm
Jew,
talking to a Jewish girl named Gomez.
and I'm the Italian.
What?
So that's one for me.
We're gonna make it? This is the way we do it.
You ready for coffee? I do 2 sprays on the wrist, and then 4, and then just a walk through.
You are polished to a brilliant shine.
There was no sense of any nothing. You feel